Did you watch that law tuber guy yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm sorry.
I like him.
Oh, I have no problem with him. I have a problem. Like, it's so fascinating that I'm watching him, and I can't find him. It's under Stallion 19. I'm watching him, and I'm like, it was. I guess the word is meta or surreal.
Weird to watch him, talk about us.
What's that, babe?
Well, he talks about us a little bit here and there.
Well, no, there's a whole stream dedicated to us. Are you nuts?
No, I know, but he's talked about us before.
Yeah, but never, because I don't follow it that much.
Yeah.
And normally I'd ignore it, but the last thing he said was he's like, if I were Geno Keanu, I'd stop talking about it. So listen, you fat gray-haired, why don't you reach out to me and ask me what I think? Because this is the problem. We did nothing wrong. And now and he said it to be watching it. And I'm going to play it. To be watching this guy who I have no problem with, but don't tell me what to do, because this is the problem with the legal system, okay? And I'll even apologize. Thank you for talking to me like a lawyer, but I'm sorry that the legal system is so fucked up that 4 people can act like idiots and 2 women. I don't even know what the Ethan Ralph thing is, and I love that I'm looking in here like you're in there, baby. I don't even know what the Ethan Ralph thing is. They put that's how Minnesota is. I'm watching this guy, and at one point he says, yeah, you can't, the state's jurisdiction ends at the state line, which is why, I'll say this again, and now you can jump in, Keanu, while I scream, which is why I would say we're not going there, because again, I don't know a lot about legal shit. You know why, Keanu? Because I don't break the law.
We've never had any legal troubles?
Because I don't break the law. Because we don't break the law. In fact, the last time I had anything remotely legal, I was pointing out how I had 3 shots at a show. I got in the car. I had it set to no tolls, which is why, and I drove half a mile. I'm like, I don't know where I am. I must be hammered. I pulled into a gas station, and I remembered, as far as I know the law, to take the keys out of the car, to turn the car off, take the keys out, and throw the keys either out of the car or somewhere where you can't possibly reach them. And I do that, and next thing you know, I'm getting dragged out of the car. Not dragged out. Cops are great. I had no problem with it. Getting taken out of the car for a DUI. And again, I didn't fight it. In fact, the story ends with me going, after I'm in the cuffs in the back, I go, this is this, and I go, and that is my cousin's badge, and he lets me go, because again, I don't know how
that in and of itself is so
fucking break it. I'm sorry, baby, go.
That in and of itself is so up. One of us. All right.
Yeah. So again,
it's good for you, but it's still okay, well then you weren't doing anything wrong. It's just I mean, it was was it a slow crime day? Well, technically, I guess you were doing something wrong, but then the moment you have that's my cousin's badge, then he lets you go.
No, my buddy said it perfectly. I forget whether it was the cop or my cousin Jeff, but he's and I have no problem with this because we're grown up. They need tickets. You know what I mean?
At the end of the month, that's why people get pulled over the most.
Yeah, tickets are
they gotta make their quota.
But again, I don't care about any of this shit. But when I watch these people and the guy's yeah, well, normally, but now look at this. They have special statutes and taxpayer money for these 2 women who I won't say anything bad about because that would be slander. I mean, let me say it again, because that might be slander. I don't know the law. But when you're looking at a female lawyer who's trying to defend a woman who neglected her 5 children to pose naked with a guy, so again, that guy could be distracted enough for her husband to his wife, and this woman's I'm going to save women. Any woman that thinks like that's why women's brains are filled with squirrel droppings and tissue paper, because you're acting like a stupid. And you're we got to get these 2 to Minnesota. Well, you can't. Yeah, we can, because New York's so up. They have the same law. And then they go to a female judge. And what do you think she does? I can't believe it either. She's yeah, I'll sign off on this. Let's have all the Minnesota taxpayers who lost all their money on the Vikings-Rams game pay for Geno and Keanu. By the way, they'll reimburse us. Suck my dick.
Well, also, it's just when I say there's no way we're going out there. Obviously, if we had to go out there,
Yeah.
They needed to pay for us to go out there to do what? Say, did this happen? Did you see this photo for a moment? Yeah. Did that really need to happen? I'm sorry. It's the most ridiculous thing ever. It's just ridiculous that we would even have to. All we've ever done is just sit there and tell the truth. And that's that. I think it is drastic and stupid and just a ploy to discredit Aaron.
But I mean, again, and they're all like, I love how up the Dabbers is like, well, they're going to go in cuffs. No, we'll go if we have to. But again,
we have to go. Obviously, we'll go. God damn, Aaron will do anything to get us out to Minnesota, won't he?
And we'll do and whatever. But again, I don't know if you know this. I don't know if you watch Red Bar Flat Broke. And if you think I'm paying up front to fly the out there, you're out of your mind.
Right. Like what we did nothing. And also I have a big problem since, I was trolled on the internet. I have one too.
You say big problem with a B.
Never mind.
Go on, baby.
No,
what's the big problem?
I have a big problem since I was trolled on the internet for not when the whole thing all went down, not knowing what the word disseminate meant, because I just never heard the word before. But I did look it up, and it does mean disseminate means spread ideas or photo or what have you to a large group of people. Large group. That's the literal definition. A broken man who got cucked out of his life sent a photo to his buddy that his buddy did not ask for, and then his buddy deleted it. Is that really who did it hurt? And I don't think she actually is really hurt by it, because no one saw it. Did Aaron post it anywhere? Did it go anywhere? No, it's gone.
I'll tell you why.
We just think it's ridiculous. If Minnesota, if it's so slow in Minnesota that they really need us to come out there to what? Once again, sit there and tell the truth.
But
then I guess we'll have to do it. But whatever. God damn, it's so crazy. I don't think it's going to come to that. I think they're going to be once they realize we are not on that side of. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry, baby. I thought this is another thing they have to get better with the rhythm. Me and Max learned it. I'm sorry. But my problem is, why should I shouldn't have to care about that. It's amazing how when you don't do anything wrong, and the Dabbleverse can say all they want, but they try to, it's like, I shouldn't have to care about this. I should not. And thank you for Curtis John, who said yes, sir. It's like, you don't lie to cops. It's illegal to lie to cops. And he also
you just don't.
It's so aggravating to watch something. And it's like they're talking about you. It's like, and I don't mean why are they talking about it? It's like that I'm actually watching and listening to, saying this is actually pertinent information. Let me watch. But then when he's like, no, do you know anything about? He's your friend, and I mean, I'm kidding, but I'm glad you went on and we made peace. Ethan, why'd they have an arrest warrant in Minnesota for Ethan Rauch?
I don't know. My friend, how is he my friend? I did his show one time, but they did.
I'm saying I'm like, he's in it. And then you went on, I'm like, no.
I had a nice time on his show. I thought he was really nice.
Great on that show. I mean it. I that's another time, I can admit when I'm wrong. Go on, baby. I'm sorry.
No, I just right. I just think it's ridiculous. I was just trying to highlight the ridiculousness of the fact that we would literally actually have to go out there to testify, and I'll wear my best suit and I'll sit there and just tell the truth.
The whole country is from the Jesus Christ, from the selfish, arrogant, up behavior of the liberal of our past administration. And Minnesota, I'm sorry, this is not saying I'm right, but you can't convince me I'm wrong. That's my mindset. Minnesota is one of the epicenters, and I know there can only be one, but in my case, there were several, of when it all began. And watch the fall of Minneapolis. I'm sorry, I'm a broken record.
But, that's going down a rabbit hole.
Lawyer who, if she wasn't a lawyer and you just talk like this, you'd be like, what a stupid. We have to get these people out there to, stop this man for sending one picture of a woman who was complicit in the picture. And it's not like she was
posed for it
that night. It's not like they got drunk one night and took this picture, it was the result of weeks of wife swapping, doing drugs, and neglecting children. And that lawyer, and I'll get her name, is a garbage person for thinking we need to be involved in this if we don't want to go.
No.
I don't understand. This is how the law gets corrupted. She's like, I'll just wait for my client, and you're going to strike a blow to every child's protection in the country.
Right. As if the like is sharing a photo that two consenting adults took together is sharing that wrong? Yes. But in the scheme of things,
I disagree, but go on. I'm not saying it's right, but I disagree slightly.
It's wrong, but you know what? I mean, I don't think I just don't think the motive behind why they reported that is to take the heat off of them.
Discredit the witness.
The motive behind it is why they reported that. Or else, Geno, you're a gentleman and you deleted it. It didn't go anywhere. Was it gross of Aaron to do? Was it stupid? Yes. However, come on, give me a break. Like, if that's the law is the law, and that's fine. But then, like, okay, what else do you need us to say? Do I have to sit there and say it? My biological clock is ticking like this. The Buick Skylark.
It's also fair to say, I was just the whole point of me.
And then the people in the chat, let me interrupt you. I'm so sorry.
Oh,
they are
please,
saying,
no, don't be sorry. Go, baby, go.
Why can't we Skype in?
Oh, EK Legend said that. I don't, because.
Oh, I guess
I don't know why.
The law tuber said it is the right of the person that reported the crime to talk to everyone, I guess.
It's just the arrogance of these idiots. She's like, she has a hard-on for Aaron.
No, it's not even her. I doubt it's her. This is Nick Rekieta. Do you think she wants to go through this? Yeah,
that's a great question. I got to interrupt you. If it's Nick Rekieta, that's just her client. Why is she bending over backwards for him?
No, Nick Rekieta's like, I have nothing to do with it. Do you think this woman who just got her children back, who has been completely silent through all of this, all of their drug stuff, all of their stuff, blah, 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 wants to really go through this right now? No. Creep boot.
She's dumber. Like, my thoughts on April. It's like when I talk about people I want to go to hell, and it's always eclipsed. Like, it was Merrick Garland, then it was Nancy. She's higher up than April for people that are just idiots right now.
Rekieta is the one that is puppet
Keanu, without a doubt.
Yeah,
without a doubt. But again, I can't wait till they call her. We were just following orders. I was just doing what my husband told me to do.